Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, in this video we play around with flare and light leaks to enhance wedding photography. Bonjour mesdames et messieurs, my name is Serge Ramelli. I am a French photographer living in the beautiful, the incroyable, the amazing city of Paris, France, and the very sunny city of Los Angeles, California. And I have the privilege to make 2 tutorials per week. Click here if you want to get the raw file of this episode. And this one is going to be interesting because you're going to get some nice flares, some nice light leak, and some nice presets for free. And if you want to access one of the largest raw file for free library on the planet, just click here to sign up. You create an account, you put in your email address, then you can access the free lesson section of my website where for every free lesson you can download free source files. So you just have to click on it. I'm happy because I'm releasing a new kit on photography. I've worked with a photographer and a designer for months to try to create a real kit to help wedding photographers put this extra magic on their photo. And I'm going to give you some of it for free. Here it is. All right, so as I told you in the introduction, I have been working for months on with 2 very talented people. First with a photographer on Lightroom presets. We wanted to create 50 presets just for wedding photographers. So you will see the link here on this video. In the description, you can come to this Lightroom preset wedding and you get 51 presets. You can see all the before and after, so it gives you a good idea what you're buying. That's just gonna give a good look that really works well with wedding photos. So it's a lot of preset. We gave you a lot of examples, and that is something that you can have for $18, $19 right now on the website. I'm gonna give you some free to play around with because you're watching this episode. And the other product that we've been working on with an amazing designer named Jim Miller, I've been working with him a lot for months. He created the ultimate wedding package with all kind of cool stuff for wedding photographers. Let me show you what that is. First, it's a lot of 40 licks bokeh and lights that you can use in photos, and I'm going to show you how to use them. I'm going to give you some for free so you can get a sense of it. Then some flare and glows, and then a whole bunch of textures. So this is all the examples on how to use it. Oh, he did also very nice laces, which I'll show you how to use to make very nice frame or as a design element for a website or for a photo, which is really appropriate for wedding photographers. Also, some nice watercolor assets that can be used to make albums and as a design element, and also some white wedding texture, pure white wedding texture. All the textures are very high res and are exclusive, and you will only find them here. Then there's a whole bunch of flower textures, flower backgrounds that you can use to make websites, make postcards. It's really made for wedding photographers. Then you got some abstract textures and that you can use. It's a lot of things that you have in this wedding toolkit. We've been working on it for 100 days, or literally. And let me show you how this works. First, I'm going to jump into Photoshop, and I want to show you a really cool trick. Now, that only applies if you're a Creative Cloud member and you have updated, you're using Photoshop CC 2015. But there is this new option here called Libraries, and you see here, I've got all my bokeh and links and all my assets are here in my library. So if I go to bokeh and links, I have all my bokeh and links. If I go to laces, I have all my laces. If I go to flare and glows, I have all that. Now, how did I do that? Well, this is how you do it, how you get it into Photoshop. And this is really handy. So you go into your library module. If you don't see your library module, you go to Windows, Library. Once you are there, so for example, I'm going to create, let me see, wedding texture. Well, I'm going to create, let's say, flare and glow, or no, abstract texture number 2. I already have one, but I'm going to redo it so you can see how I'm doing this. So once you have the library module, you just click here and you click on Create New Library. I'm going to call it Abstract Texture 2 because I already done it. So I'm going to create it. So you see it's empty. Now I'm going to go to File, open, and I'm going to go to, this is a zip file you're going to get. I'm going on a desktop. So you're going to get this zip file, and in this zip file, you're going to get, for example, a folder called abstract texture. You select all the abstract texture, and you click open. So they're all going to open up in your Photoshop. Then to get it into the library, you only have to do this once, and then you have them forever in your library. You just click here, you have them open. You see they're all open because this is a tab. I'm into a tab mode here, but it doesn't matter which tab you are. Anyway, all of them are open here. So you see here, this little symbol is called add a graphic. Let me zoom on it so you can see, add a graphic. If I click here once, it's going to open whatever that graphic is, and it's going to put it in that library under the folder that I created. Then I can go to File, Close, but you see there's a shortcut, which is Command W. So this time, next time, I can just click here on Add Graphic, and then press Command W to close. Add Graphic, 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 and so on. And I go through this whole set until it's all done. Honestly, it took me less than 2 minutes to get it all up, everything. So once you've done this, and I've done this for every product that's part of the wedding kit. So now I have, for example, bokeh and leeks. I have all my bokeh and leeks here. I can click here, show 23 remainings. I can click on flare and glows, etc., etc., etc. So you get a bit the idea. Once you've done that, it's very important to do that. Now, if you cannot do that, I'll show you another way to import it into Photoshop. But once you've done that, things become very easy. For example, I want to play around with this photo. And I'm going to take, for example, this bokeh, and I'm going to drag and drop it over the photo. Now, by default, all the bokehs have a black background. So you need to put them into screen mode. Screen mode. What screen mode does is that it makes anything that is black becomes transparent. Okay, another thing that's important to see, it's a smart object for now. So just make sure that it's a good habit to make sure that well, actually on this one, I'm going to put it here. Most of the bokeh that we did have a black all around, meaning you can just drag and drop it, and you don't even have to do anything, any manipulation to have it off, so that you don't see like a border there. You could see a border if the light was coming. Let me show you in normal mode what I mean. You see how here it's black and there is no light leaks. It makes it easier. If there was light, then you would see here a border. And the fact that it's black and you put it into screen mode, it's very seamless. So you can just drag and drop it. And I'm going to put another one for the left side of the photo, just to make her completely into, I'm going to take this one, for example. Drag and drop this one over the photo. Boom. Same thing, put this one into screen mode. Voila. And make it something like this, maybe. Make it a little bit bigger. All right. And this one I'm going to just make a little bit bigger. I'm making her in a way that she's like surrounded. I can even Command J to do it twice and move it to double it, just to make it that she's completely into the light. And of course, if you don't like what's happening, like all these little glows here, you can always click on one of the layers, put a mask, take a brush. I advise you to take like a black brush that's make sure the hardness is 0 and opacity 20%. That's cool. And you can just, I'm going to make my brush smaller by using Control and Alt on my keyboard. And I'm just going to, well, maybe erase this a little bit more. Oh, am I on the right? No, I'm not on the right layer. Okay, so I'm going to create another mask for this one, and I'm just going to erase that. I don't want this bokeh here. Same thing here. You just can create, voila. And same thing here. You can click mask on all the things and just, make sure that's not over her. But it gives a little cool effect by playing around with this bokeh. Let me give you another example here with this photo. So on this photo, you see the sun is coming here from the upright. I really want to put more attention on that. So I'm gonna do a lot of things on this one. I'm gonna drag and drop this. Same thing, I'm gonna go to screen mode, boom. So now we have rays of lights coming from top. You see what I mean here? on this one, the ray goes all the way. So you see, if I leave it like this, you can see it goes here. It's not very nice. So I'm going to press Command T for being able to transform this manually, put it over. I think the ray lines are too strong, so I can go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and I'm going to make them a little less here. That's not bad. Maybe Command V, I can move it up a little bit. I don't want it so much on her face. Something like this. But you see now I have that border again. That's fine. I can just, create a mask here. Take a brush. Make sure that it's about, 65 is fine, black. And you just brush on the side here and take that out. So now I added this. I want to make it even more. I can add, let me see, I can add this, for example, on it. Okay, not this one. That's one I use. You press escape and it just goes away. Let me see, what can I do? Maybe this one I can add here. Voila. Make sure you go into screen mode and just play around and see what works the best. That kind of works well. So I added this. I can reverse it. I can make this one first. That doesn't really matter. Okay, I want to put some more light here on the left side also. So I'm going to go to click. Make sure you see here, when you go into the library, often it hides what's below. So you have to click on Show the Remaining. No, let me go to I'm going to go to Bokeh and Licks. Bokeh and Licks, click on Show the Remainings. Yeah, looking for this one. This one is a big light link that I like. Oh, hold on, I'm going to go on top of my layers. I'm going to click and drag it over. All right, same thing. I'm going to put it into screen mode. Boom. Make it go all the way. And now they are like surrounded by light. Okay. And let's say I want to make a little nice lace effect border on it. First, I need to give some color to the laces because laces are more like motif. You'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to create a solid color. I think I'm going to go for like a beige type of photo. Okay, so I have created that for now. You don't see. Then I'm going to my laces. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one, for example. I'm going to drag it, drop it. You see how the laces, how that looks? It's beautiful. We call that like dentelle in French. Okay, now I need to erase the inside of the lace. And that's pretty easy. You just click on the layer where you have the laces, which is the one that I just used. You go into the Magic Wand tool. Make sure that contiguous is on. And you click in the middle. Okay, now that I have a selection of the middle, I just click on the mask. And remember, black conceals. So what I want is, I want the selection of this to be black. So I go into Edit, Fill, and I'm going to take black. Boom. And press Command D to unselect. And now I have a little nice frame. If I don't like the color, I think it's a bit strong, I can make it lighter. Something like this. And voila. That's kind of a nice frame. And this is, let me show you where we started. We started here. So we added one frame, one flare, another flare, then a light link on the left, and then the border, the color, and then the laces. Okay, so that's kind of cool. I think people like this type of photo. For example, also we have a whole bunch of bouquets. So I took this couple. This is another wedding photo. And I did a little mask on it. I masked it so it's transparent around, and I'll give you a link in the description of an episode to show you how you can extract that if you don't know how to do that. And then I can just go here now to my bouquet and links, and I'm gonna take a nice bouquet. Oh, you know what? On this one, I'm gonna go to my abstract texture. Yeah, abstract texture. I like that background. I'm gonna put this background behind them. First, I'm going to make sure it's big enough. And the good thing about this background is you can make them the size that you want. It doesn't matter. Meaning that they can be made bigger because they're blurry. And when it's blurry, boom. So, and I changed the background of this photo. Now, if you want to make the color to match, then I can just go to Filter, Camera Raw, and then just add a little bit of blue and a little bit of green on them with the white balance so that it matches better the color of the background. But okay, that's one way. And then I want to add some more light leaks to them to make it even more, even more dramatic. So let's go to flare and glow. Let's see what could we put on them. No, I'm going to go then to bokeh and links. I want to add some blue or nice, maybe do something crazy on her. Let's try this. I'm going to put this over. Okay, and let's go to screen mode. No, that's too strong. So press escape. If you don't like it, you just press escape. Yeah, that's something like this that's more subtle, maybe. Nope, I don't like that. I'm looking for something. So I'm going to click on the remainings. Yeah, that's something that's probably going to work better. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it over her. I'm going to put it into screen mode. Boom. Make sure I'm going to use the whole size of the photo. Maybe it's a bit strong, so I'm going to lower the opacity. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one, for example, this one, and I'll show you a little trick. I want to put it behind him, so I'm going to put it in screen mode. But the problem is that it's on the wrong side, so you can just right click, flip horizontal, and now it's on the good side. It's on the good side, and voila. And so let me show you where we came from. This. Let me turn this all off. So that's the original photo. I extracted the people, changed the background, added some, leaks, light leaks on the left, which was blue, and some light leaks on the right. Something is wrong on this one. Command T, make sure it's big enough. Voila. Okay. And of course, you can use this also for landscape, for example. On this one, I'm going to go to light, flare and glows, and the sun is coming from here. Same thing I can, use maybe, let's see if I can use this one and put it into screen mode. I'm just trying to make the photo more interesting. Screen mode, screen mode, screen mode, boom. Screen mode. Why not? Why not? We just made it a little bit more interesting. Let me show you another example. This photo that I took of, I like that photo, but I think the sun could be better. So I'm going to take that sun, put it over here, put it into screen mode, for example. Yeah, that's much better. That's much better. If I don't like the bokeh, I can always create a mask. Anyway, I'm going to give you a whole bunch for free so you can try around. But if you're serious about wedding photography, you can, I actually don't like this one, so I'm going to throw this one away. I'm going to find another one. I'm going to find another one that works better for this sun. Actually, you know what? I like this one, but I'm going to blur it. I like this one, but I'm going to blur it too. No, this one has got bokeh. I'm going to take this one. Let's try. So it's really like a trial and error process. You just try things and see which one, what you like and what you don't like. That I kind of like. And another thing that I want to show you that's cool that you can do is to add A's with using light links. So I'm going to go to bokeh and light links, and I'm going to find something that I can play around to add some little haze, colorful haze. Let me see. Maybe something like this. I'm going to drag and drop this over my photo, and voila. And I'm going to put it into screen mode. No, not this one. I'm going to go for something else. Okay, I'm going to go for example, this one. But I want this red to be at the bottom, so I'm going to right-click, flip vertical. That's a great thing being in this smart object mode. And then I'm going to put this in screen mode. Okay. And it adds a lot of A's to the entire photo. I don't want it everywhere, so I'm going to create a mask, but a black mask. So you press Alt on your keyboard, and you click the mask icon, so it's all off. Then you take a brush that's very little, like 15% white, and you bring back some of the haze there. It's very similar like brushing in Lightroom, but the problem is you're brushing with texture. And by brushing with texture, you get motif which are different. It's not like just brushing with a white brush. So you can get like, variation of colors that could be more interesting. And voila, let me show you before and after. So that's the original photo, which I liked. I added more of the sun and I added some haze in the water. I mean, the possibility is infinite. You always have this library here ready to be used. It's pretty cool. Okay, if you don't have that Photoshop CC 2015 and this very fancy library setup, which is really useful because you can just drag and drop and use any of this at any moment. To do the same thing, you can still purchase it, install it on your hard drive, and then you go to File and you use Place Embedded or Place. You click on it, you take whatever you want to do it, and it's the same thing. It's a smart object, and you can just play around with it. Same thing, it works the same way than what I showed you so far. It's just much easier if you install everything in the library first. And I didn't show you everything. You have to look on the website, all the examples we made. But that gives you a good idea. I'm going to give you a little bit of each for free so you can try. And if you're really serious about this type of photography and you like to create this type of effects, you know, which people really love, then I advise you to purchase it. And because you're watching this video, using the code WEDDING, you can get an additional 20%. Okay? So voila, that's my whole wedding kit. I hope you enjoy it. Even if you're into portrait and landscape, I really advise you to check it out. I hope it really makes your photo go to the next level. Thank you very much and see you in another episode. Do you want to get hundreds of raw files from all over the place where you can play around with? Do you want to get amazing free Lightroom presets, free brushes, free Photoshop actions? All you have to do is enter your email address. You will receive an email. You can then create an account, and then you can access this free lesson tab. You can choose from over 200 free lessons. Every free lesson is going to have source files for you to download and play around with. It's a great way to learn photography, learn post-processing for nothing. No money, it's all free. It's a gift to you as a member of photoserge.com. So thank you and welcome, and let's do some photos together.